Abdali Grammar School. Social Studies. Lesson Culture and Society. Chapter number 4. Lecture number 4. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is music. Dear students, do you like music? Yes, everybody like to listen music. But in this educational video, I will tell you about different kind of musical instrument, as well as we will discuss about different forms of music. So my students, do you know Pakistan has a long tradition of music. From very earlier time, music has played an important part in our culture. Dear students, music is an important part of our culture. Dear students, are you getting my point? Now answer my question. Students, tell me which art is an important part of culture. Which art is an important part of culture? The answer is very simple. Music is an important part of culture. So dear students, now we are going to discuss instrumental music. Music which is played on instrument is called instrumental music. Music which is played on instrument is called instrumental music. Interesting. Dear students, do you know what is instrumental music? Students, do you know what is instrumental music? Music which is played on instrument is called instrumental music. Music which is played on instrument is called instrumental music. This video is very interesting. Vocal music. Dear students, music which is produced by the human voice is called vocal music. Music which is produced by the human voice is called vocal music. Dear students, what is vocal music? What is vocal music? The music which is produced by the human voice is known as vocal music. My dear students, repeat with me. Music which is produced by the human voice is called vocal music. I hope after watching these slides you can differentiate between vocal and instrumental music. Now we are going to discuss different type of musical instrument, and first of them are string instrument. Dear students, these pictures represent different kinds of string instruments. First of all, I'll tell you what is a string instrument. String instruments played by plucking strings with the finger or using a bow. String instruments played by plucking strings with the finger or by using a bow. As you can see in the picture, this is sitar, this one is sarangi, and the next one is iktara. So my dear students, now this is your turn. Define a string instrument. Define a string instrument. Yes, these instruments played by plucking strings with the help of finger or using a bow. And their examples are sitar, sarangi and iktara. Let's talk about wind instrument. Wind instrument played by blowing into mouthpiece. Wind instrument played by blowing into a mouthpiece. And their examples are flute, shehnai and various horns. My dear students, what is wind instrument? What is wind instrument? Answer is very interesting. Yes, wind instrument played by blowing into a mouthpiece, and their examples are flute, shehnai, and various horns. Flute, shehnai, and various horns. Percussion instruments. Percussion instrument played by hitting with the hands or sticks. Percussion instrument played by hitting with the hands or sticks. And their examples are tabla, dhol, pakhwaj. The example of percussion instrument are tabla, dhol, and pakhwaj. So my dear students, what are percussion instrument? What are percussion instrument? Percussion instrument played by hitting with the hands or sticks. What are the examples of percussion instrument? The examples of percussion instrument are tabla, dhol, and pakhwaj. The examples of percussion instrument are tabla, dhol, and pakhwaj. Harmonium. In Pakistani music, the harmonium is also used quite often. In Pakistani music, the harmonium is used quite often. Many Pakistani musical instruments are not played in Western countries. Many Pakistani musical instruments are not played in Western countries. Dear students, which musical instrument is used quite oftenly in Pakistani music? Which musical instrument is used quite oftenly in Pakistani music? It is harmonium. Harmonium is used quite oftenly in Pakistani music. Different styles of music. Vocal and instrumental music have different styles such as classical, folk, and popular music. These are the different styles of music, and these different styles are classical, folk, and popular music. So my dear students, can you answer my question? What are the different styles of music? What are the different styles of music? The different styles of music are classical, popular, and folk music. These are the three different styles of music, and these are classical, pop, and folk music. Geet, Ghazal, and Qawwalli. Many verses by our poet as Ghazal, Geet, and Qawwalli have been set to music and sung. Many verses by our poet as Ghazal, Geet, and Qawwalli have been set to music and sung. So dear students, what type of verses set by our poet? What type of verses set by our poet? Many verses by our poet as Ghazal, Geet, and Qawwalli have been set to music and sung. Many verses by our poet as Ghazal, Geet, and Qawwalli have been set to music and sung. Concerts. All over the Pakistan, concerts are performed. Dear students, all over the Pakistan, concerts are performed. Interesting. So my dear students, where does concerts perform? Where does concerts perform? Yes, all over the Pakistan. All over the Pakistan, concerts are performed. Where does concerts perform? all over the Pakistan, concerts are performed. Dear students, did you ever went to a concert? Classical music and Qawwalli. People listen to Qawwalli and classical music, which has developed over many years. People like to listen Qawwalli and classical music, which has developed over many years. So my dear students, do you like to listen classical music and Qawwalis? Now answer my question. Which type of music people like to listen? Which type of music people like to listen? People listen to Qawwali, classical music, which has developed over many years. Popular music. Let's talk about the music of your age group, that is called pop music. The popular music or pop music is enjoyed particularly by younger generation like you. Popular music or pop music is enjoyed particularly by the younger generation. Dear students, which age group like pop music? Which age group like pop music? Pop music is enjoyed particularly by our younger generation. The pop music is particularly liked by our younger generation. I hope this video is quite informative and will help you to understand different type of music and different kinds of musical instruments. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.